Hello, my sinners. I hope you all are doing fantastic today. Welcome to the first video of a series, a beginner guide for new players or returning players, because we're also going to cover new characters eventually of Marvel Rivals. Today we're going to cover Cloak and Dagger. Please keep in mind that this guide is made for beginners. I will only cover basically what they do, what they're good at, what is their niche as a character in their respective role, and of course, showcase a couple of games as well. This is not made, this type of guide is not made for competitive or ranked. It's strictly to help people understand the characters of Marvel Rivals, their abilities, their role, what they do, what they're best at, and then so on and so forth. So,
We are Cloak and Dagger. We are hope and fear.
okay, Cloak and Dagger is a healer or strategist. I prefer to call them strategist, even though every strategist is a healer, but that's not their sole purpose in this game. And you'll see as we go through each of the characters, what I mean exactly. Uh, For context, I am playing on Xbox on console, as you can see, and I will refer to their abilities by primary fire, alternate fire, uh, first ability, second ability, and ultimate ability, so it can be understood by PC players, PlayStation players as well, because I don't know the key bindings for those platforms. Um, we will cover Dagger first because you start as Dagger. Dagger's primary fire is a heal. Her heal is an AoE. As you can see, there's a little blue circle around whenever you hit an ally. Her heal, it's actually automatically targets. It homes to allies, both allies and enemies. See, I'm not even looking at them and it already hits them. Also very, very important that many people do not know is that her primary on Dagger also bounces. So let's say you are in a tough spot, you can bounce the heal. And that's not a good. Yeah, see, you can bounce the heal. You can use angles. Uh, if you're low and your tank or your ally needs healing, you can just pick a corner, hit a wall, hit the ground, and it will automatically heal. Uh, Her primary fire also heals herself. Let's take a little bit of damage here. As you can see, it also heals herself. She has one of the best self-sustains in the game. Now, let's talk about her alternate fire, which is a healing bubble. Her alternate fire called Dagger Storm. So she will launch a bubble that will continuously heal allies inside. Let me turn practice settings, nobility cooldown. There we go. It will also heal Dagger while she's standing in it. It provides continuous healing. It's a great way to uh, save yourself in case you're getting dove by a tank, a Black Panther, Spider-Man, anything like that. My recommendation is to try and save your bubble as much as possible because you provide actual good healing from your primary fire alone. And try to save your bubble for when you're getting dove by diving characters or tanks, or or you take heavy damage, and the other healer is either dead or probably not paying attention to you, because that happens unfortunately. So try and save it for yourself. Now, her first ability, Light Explosion. This is a very, very strong ability, especially if you run a triple support comp. And the reason why is because it provides a healing boost. So whenever they have this little green aura around their health bars, that means that they are being healing boosted. So you provide more healing. Usually the combo that you want to do is her first ability, her alternate fire, and then just use her primary fires to keep your teammates alive. Ah, I missed that. I whiffed it. All right, now let's talk about Cloak. To switch to Cloak, you just use her second ability. It's instant cooldown. It has maybe like half a second, not even that. Cloak's primary fire. Cloak mainly is just damage focus, but he also provides a lot of utility for the team. His primary fire has a very good range, as you can see. It's very, very long range. It's decent damage, and it also uh, homes to the enemy. His alternate fire is the best part of Cloak and Dagger's kit. So what Cloak does, he shrouds himself in darkness and becomes invulnerable to damage. You are free to move during this time. You can even levitate, reposition yourself, which is very important. And it's also important to note that you cannot be healed unless you, uh, I believe, if you're in your own ultimate, but you cannot be healed while you're using Shroud of Darkness. Um, the best part about this ability is that you can also make your team invulnerable as long as they are not shooting. So let me show you here with these bots. See, as they're not taking damage. But if I show you with this bot, as soon as he shoots, he gets out of the shroud. Uh, Cloak and Dagger, but specifically Cloak's alternate fire, it's very, very good against characters like Magneto, Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, specifically against Doctor Strange, because not only can you save your teammates from Doctor Strange's ultimate as soon as you hear the cue, the audio cue, but even if he manages to hit your teammates while they are hit, they cannot attack, they cannot move, so you can make them completely invulnerable to any damage that the enemy team wants to do to them while they are hit by Doctor Strange. His first ability, it's similar to Cloak's in terms of it's basically a giant rectangle that travels, but this only applies to enemies. What this does is it makes them blind, and also uh, they take amplified damage. They take more damage while they are being shroud. Let's go to the other bots. All right, so uh, see how long it takes me to kill this bot? That was without the amplified damage from the Terror Cape. With the Terror Cape, they take a little bit of damage from the Terror Cape, but they do take increased damage from all sources. They take increased damage from everyone, not just Cloak and Dagger. The best combo that you want to do with Cloak and Dagger, let me turn off ability cooldowns, is you want to spam your primary fire. You can quickly switch to Dagger, between Cloak and Dagger, because that will automatically, hold on, let me show you here so you can see it better. Okay. So as soon as you run out of ammo, her animation to reload, it's actually a little bit longer than it would be if you were to just switch between Cloak and Dagger. And the bonus part of it is if you switch between Cloak and Dagger to reload, you can also just throw in a Terror Cape and then continue healing. that is the best combo that you want to do.
My time to shine.
Do a little bit of damage with Cloak, switch back to Dagger, and repeat. That
Too
is
bright for you.
kind of the
Ready?
playstyle that you're looking
Double
for.
kill.
Now, let's talk about their ultimate. Uh, so Cloak and Dagger will dash 4 times. As you can see, they dash 4 times, they cover a very large area,
Oh, they're so
and they leave
sparkly.
behind a pool of light and darkness that would both heal yourself and your allies and damage any enemy that stands in it. So, you don't wanna stack them because they do not stack. If you go over it like this, it will not stack the healing and the damage. So you don't want to do that. Of course, if you're playing on maps, on domination maps, and you use it on the point, you want to get as much coverage on the point as possible. Do not,
Ready?
don't
Here come
mind
the
that
bad guys.
if it stacks. It's perfectly fine. You do what you gotta do. Important thing is what you want to do is make sure that you have Cloak's alternate ability, Dark Teleportation, up before you ult. Because usually when you are playing Cloak and Dagger, they will have characters that can counter you, like Magneto, like Scarlet Witch, etc. Uh, those big ultimates like Magneto's and Scarlet Witch, they can time it right and they can kill you. They can even kill you while you're dashing because there is a slight delay between dashes. See? There's like a half a second delay. And good players, good Magneto players specifically, they can time that perfectly so they can take you out. So
Double
ideally,
kill.
as I said, you want to have your Shroud, uh, Dark Teleportation, whatever, alternate fire on Cloak up before you start your ultimate, so you can help yourself, save yourself at the end of it, so you don't get hit by those ults. So you provide as much value to the team as possible. Because if you die, your ultimate, your pool of healing and damage will go out with you. So you want to make sure you stay alive. Now, in terms of her best teams, their best teams, whatever, you want to make sure you have a shielder in your team. Actually, funny enough, Magneto is also one of the best teammates you could have, specifically because of the bubble. Because Magneto can bubble Cloak and Dagger either before they start the ultimate or during the half a second time frame between each dash. And you get bubbled, you get saved, your entire team gets healing, you win the fight. It's as easy as that. In terms of her team up abilities, Cloak and Dagger is the anchor, so she will get healing bonus. Now remember, uh, team up anchors get those effects regardless if you have, in Cloak and Dagger's case, Moon Knight or Blade. You get 15% healing bonus either way. So that's also very, very strong. Um, what she does with Moon Knight and Blade, I will show you right now because it's the same. It's the same ability for both. So either Moon Knight or Blade will get an additional ability when they have a Cloak and Dagger in their team. They will drop a little shroud of darkness that would heal only themselves, and it will also make them invisible. Let's go and take a little bit of damage so you can see what I'm talking about. If you take damage while you are in the little bubble, you will be revealed. So let's take some damage here. See, you pop the bubble and you get self-sustain. You are also invisible. It's very good. Let's put it here. See, as soon as I'm taking damage, I am revealed, but then I can go back to be invisible. But still, most people can track him before he goes back invisible. Same goes for Blade, but it's still a very good ability for self-sustain because as you can see, you are still getting the sustain regardless if you're invisible or not. So this is a decent team-up ability you usually want to have uh, a Cloak and Dagger with a Moon Knight or a Blade. It's not mandatory, of course, but why not? You know, why not? Why not get some self-sustain? Self-sustain is always welcome. All right. So that was it for abilities wise. Let's hop on a game and I'll show you how she works in an actual game. What her positioning should be, how to use your abilities, when to use your ult.
We are
So
hope
let's hop
and
right in.
fear.
All right. We got a match. We have our best tank, which is Magneto. Emma is also very good because she can choose where to place her shield, which is very good for us when we use our ultimate. I'd just like it to be noted that I'm not using any skins or any ability effects, anything like that, so you can see how it so you don't get like confused by any effects, anything like that. You can see the footage
It is
as
only
best
the
as
spark
possible.
of light in darkness.
It seems that we are in a convoy match, also known as push the
He'll be coming
payload.
in 30 seconds. Stay
Cloak
strong.
and Dagger works in any type. She's a very versatile character. Um, they are a very versatile character. They can work on any map. They're not map dependent. They're not team dependent. A very strong healer. Uh, and very versatile as well. Um,
The battle
Now,
starts
in
in
this
5,
point, in
4,
this map
3,
specifically, in this
2,
context,
1.
what you want to do is you want to stay in the back, make sure you have vision on. I want to make sure I have
Time
vision
for the
on the
sunlight
Square
back
Girl
to
that's
us.
up there so I can heal her as well. We have Star-Lord, Square Girl, Emma, Magneto, and Jeffy. The enemy team is already showing up. We start to do some damage, some healing. Your daggers will focus whomever they focus. Keep everybody nice and healed. On Cloak and Dagger, what you want to do is usually you want to be the last one. Like you want to be as far away as possible. Make sure even the other healer is in front of you as fast as often as possible, because you have the most self-sustain in the game as a support, as a strategist. Like you can heal yourself properly, you can heal the other healer. You have everything in your arsenal. We're gonna do the bubble there so they can be aggressive. Use a little bit of the veil there so we can juice up the Star-Lord and just hold down the primary fire. That's pretty much the gameplay. That's pretty much what you're gonna look at in Cloak and Dagger. So far we have not been though, so there's no reason to switch to Cloak. We are keeping a distance. We want to make sure we don't get poked or sniped in case they have uh, hit scans like Hela. Use the uh, healing boost, use the bubble, make sure everybody's nice and fully healed. So Hawkeye used his ult, everybody's taking a little bit of cover there. We are keeping a safe distance. We want to make sure we don't get hit. We are the main support here in terms of Cloak and Dagger and Jeff. We are the main support. I know you noticed probably that I am not reloading with Cloak and Dagger. That's because our team is doing a fantastic job at keeping them from a distance. Uh, Jeffy used his ult, trying to keep him alive. Now we're gonna use Cloak to get out of the Emma ult, get to a safe distance, keep healing, keep healing. We are starting to get pushed here a little bit. We did lose quite some teammates. We are gonna use ult here because our Star-Lord also ulted. I'm gonna focus on their backline. Gonna try to look for the Hawkeye. Unfortunately, don't quite get him. I am in a bad position right now, so I'm just gonna reposition, put the bubble down, and heal myself from my allies while I'm walking back up. He's looking for an ult. I do not have the shroud, so I'm gonna try to keep them alive. Unfortunately, we did lose Jeff, but I managed to save Squirrel Girl, trying to keep her alive, focusing on Mag. Unfortunately, he was a bit out of position there. He was not paying attention that Jeffy was gone. Squirrel Girl needs a little bit of juice, but you mainly want to focus on your tanks. Put a bubble there and a healing boost. She walked out of it. Alright, there's a Spidey there. Nice. Everybody's juiced up. Everything is going great. Are looking through the corridor so we can put a bubble there so my team can walk back up. There's a Strange here, but he decided to not push us. See how I'm using the floor? Because Emma kept walking. Do the bubble, healing boost. That is another ult. We're gonna use ours. And push them. Stay. Use your shroud so you don't get eaten by Jeff. Blind Loki so he won't be able to heal. Unfortunately, we are not getting Loki there. As I said, you also heal your teammates when you hit enemies. Use the shroud, the invincibility from Cloak there to try and save my team from the Spidey ult. Keep Star-Lord alive while he's ulting, he will get focused. Shroud, so nobody gets mesmerized there. There is a rocket, that's very low. Got him. Oh, we got swallowed. Put a bubble here. And that is the first game. We're gonna do another one. Yeah, as you can see, Cloak and Dagger is very, very strong as a main healer. You can use her with, you can do a main healer Cloak and Dagger with an Ultron, with the Mantis, um, you know, some of those healers that are also a bit more damage oriented than that don't really provide as much healing as Cloak or Luna or Invisible Woman. We had the most healing in the game. We also provided a little bit of damage. We had a couple of kills, but most importantly, we were actively participating in the fight. We had 38 assists. Keep in mind that this column here in the scoreboard, this is assists from buffs, healing, stuff like that. While this first column here, this is assists from you doing damage to the enemy before they died. So this is mainly the numbers that you want to look for in a healer to make sure that they did their job, basically. It's the assists from healing or buffs, and obviously healing provided. If you have final hits, perfectly nice, good for you. Uh, you did more than it's expected of you, hell yeah. But this is mainly what you're looking for. Make sure they help in the fights, make sure they're participating in the team fights, and they also provide healing, which is most important. Now, let's hop in the second match. Alright, so we got into the second match. This is a domination map. Once again, Cloak and Dagger does not care. She's not map specific. We have a Strange, a Penny, a Bucky, a Blade, a Mantis, and ourselves as Cloak and Dagger. We have the team up ability with Blade. Um, this team is looking pretty good. We will be the main support again because Mantis healing over time is not enough to sustain a tank, even though she got buffed. But it's not on the same par as Cloak and Dagger, Luna, or Invis. This is not to shit talk any character in the game. This is just talking from a pure stats perspective. Uh, it seems that they have a storm. We're gonna put a bubble there and healing boost so we can keep our tanks juiced up. They have a Bucky, which is a little bit scary. Make sure your tanks are healed, your damages are healed. There's a Spidey. See how I saved my bubble there? Now I can heal myself off from shooting the Spider-Man, and Bucky was on point to help me out. That's what you want to see your team doing. Pay attention to the healers. Now that Spidey is dead, I can use the bubble on my allies. Heal myself a little bit from it as well, if not from Penny. Keep Strange alive. Use the healing boost. Healing boost also works with other healing sources. Use the bubble aggressively as well. She is ulting. We're gonna ult out. Make sure our team gets it. Unfortunately, Blade was a little bit out of position. Use the Shroud of Darkness. Switch back to Cloak because our ult is about to run out. Bubble. Healing boost. Keep Mantis alive. Keep your other healer alive at all costs. There is a Spidey looking, so I'm just gonna Shroud to make sure my healing bubble comes back up. Help with the damage. Unfortunately, Strange died, but I had to look out for myself. Blade went in aggressively. I can still hear the Spider-Man. Gonna use the bubble here for Mantis. Gonna try to heal Blade here. We are a little bit spread out, which is not ideal. Okay, they're fine. Spider-Man died. Very nice, Blade. Thank you. And unfortunately, Bucky was out of position. But it's okay. Use the bubble aggressively. Spider-Man is dead. Heal yourself off your allies. Off Mantis. She's ulting. We're gonna cloak ourselves up here. Make sure we keep Mantis alive. We position ourselves. And we can just shoot down. Spidey is on our Mantis. Bubble them. And now we can just stay here, make sure our team is alive. We're gonna drop down actually, so we can contribute a little bit here as they are struggling with a blind. And that was the end of the first match, of the first phase, whatever you want to call it.
There's always a spark of light in the darkness.
Alright, we are into the second phase, I guess, of the match. Our team remained pretty much the same. Strange, Penny, Bucky, Blade, and Mantis. We're gonna see if the enemy team switches or not. Please keep in mind, I'm gonna say this every single time. Do not be afraid to switch characters. If something is not working out for you, please switch. Try something else. You are able to switch in this game, which is it's a very, very strong and good feature. So make sure you switch. If you feel like you're not providing enough healing, switch to a tank or a damage, and vice versa. If you feel like you're struggling as a tank, switch to a healer or DPS. If you feel like as a DPS, you can't flank, you can't do enough damage, you're getting focused, switch to one of the other roles. Or switch to a different character. Penny is getting kind of damaged there. Spider-Man is still alive, so I'm gonna do this. Trying to save, but unfortunately she did not. They used their ult, I'm gonna use mine. Try to cover the point here. Strange used his ult, we're gonna help out in the damage. Now we're gonna switch back to healing. There is a storm somewhere around here. Gonna bubble myself. She is up there. Gonna try to ping her. She's going now to the strange. Bucky noticed that she's behind. We don't really want to be up in their faces. Use a bubble here with the healing boost. She used her ult. I'm gonna shroud myself up to reposition so I can help my team stay alive. Make sure my backline and my other healer is alive. Unfortunately, Mag and Storm ulted together. I am in a very bad position. Bubble, and the map moved and moved my bubble. Unfortunately, that is very unfortunate. But we do get a portal back. We'll see where we end up here. Try to keep him alive. There's still a Spidey. Use a bubble on the Mantis. Blade is playing quite aggressively. Trying to keep him alive. Spidey's still looking to pick one of us. Always keep an eye out if they have divers like Spider-Man, Mantis, or Black Panther. Try to keep track of their position, of their abilities. Boost the penny. Do not use the bubble here because Spider-Man... Ah, never mind. Spider-Man just died. Okay, that's good. In that case, we can put a bubble here. Gonna use my ult. Gonna ult this way, and then we're gonna push in to be aggressive. I hope my team follows up. Gonna focus their invis. Gonna focus Spidey. Not quite gonna get him. Gonna help with the Emma. And now we switch back. Because our ult ran out, we still have we still had their Mantis ult, but just to make sure, we switched to healing as well. Bubble. Unfortunately, she got out of the bubble, but she is still alive. We're gonna reposition ourselves once again. Gonna try to keep Strange alive, put a bubble in the middle. Hopefully they walk in it. They did. And now we're just gonna stay focused on keeping our tanks alive as it is overtime. Healing boost, bubble there. Unfortunately, didn't quite get it. We almost have our ults. We do have our ult, so we will push in and be aggressive. Gonna try to look for their backline. Magneto's ulting, so we're just gonna do that. He didn't quite look for me. Gonna bubble here. Stay with Penny, heal off Penny. Unfortunately, they picked me. But doesn't matter, we still got a point. And that's a GG. And we got MVP. Hell yes. As I said, Cloak and Dagger is a very strong unit, a very strong character, champion, hero, whatever you want to call them. A very good strategist. She provides very good healing, decent amount of damage, AoE healing, which is very important. And her ultimate does damage as well as heals. She can heal through most of the ultimates. She can heal through when I say she can heal through, I mean by with her ultimate. She can heal through Punisher ult, Storm ult, any high damaging ult. She can heal through it, except for Blade, because Blade's ultimate provides anti-healing. You don't want to stay in his ultimate because it will put anti-heal on you. You will heal for less, and you will probably die, regardless if you're using your Cloak and Dagger ult. You want to get out of the Blade ult first. But yeah, that was the Cloak and Dagger beginner guide. I hope you all enjoyed it. Uh, as a reminder, this is a guide for new players, returning players, anyone that wants to try this, anyone that wants to try Marvel Rivals out. They don't know what's going on, what's happening. It's quite a chaotic game, if I'm being honest with you, but I love it to bits. Um, there's gonna be more guides coming up. It's not necessarily a specific order that I'm doing those in. So if you want to see your main in the next video, or if you have a recommendation or any character that you would like to see me do a guide on, please leave a comment down below. Make sure you like and subscribe as well. It really helps me a lot. And also follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/lustintaboo. Link will be in the description as well. We play Genshin Impact and Marvel Rivals every single day, so I hope I'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Kisses and bye bye.